What if the person giving you advice was hiding a dark secret? Dear Debbie by Frida McFadden is a short psychological thriller that proves one thing very clearly. You never truly know who you're listening to. In this video, we'll break down the entire story, explore the twist, and uncover what this chilling tale really wants to say about trust, obsession, and deception. Let's begin. Part 1. The Setup. Who is Debbie? The story centers around Debbie, a well-known advice columnist. People write to her with their most personal problems, marriage issues, fears, secrets, and Debbie responds with calm, confident guidance. To the world, Debbie is wise, caring, and trustworthy. But behind the advice, something is very wrong. Part 2. The Letter Writer. The story is told through letters written to Debbie by a woman who seems desperate for help. She writes about her marriage, her emotional struggles, and her growing sense that something in her life feels off. She trusts Debbie completely. After all, Debbie has helped so many others, right? Part 3. Subtle unease builds. As the letters continue, a sense of unease begins to grow. Debbie's responses feel personal, too personal. She seems to know details she shouldn't. She encourages actions that feel questionable, and slowly the advice begins to push the letter writer toward isolation. This is classic Frida McFadden storytelling: quiet tension, psychological manipulation, and creeping dread. Part 4. The Shift. Something isn't right. The tone of the story changes when the letter writer starts noticing strange coincidences. Debbie's advice aligns too closely with real-life consequences. Private thoughts feel exposed, and the guidance starts to feel less like help and more like control. The reader begins to ask the same question as the protagonist: who is Debbie really? Part 5. The Reveal. The Dark Truth. And then comes the twist. Debbie is not just an advice columnist. She is deeply connected to the letter writer's life in a way that is disturbing, invasive, and intentional. The advice was never neutral. The guidance was never kind. It was manipulation from the very beginning. Debbie has been watching, influencing, and orchestrating events from the shadows. Part 6. Psychological Manipulation. The brilliance of Dear Debbie lies in how it exposes manipulation. Debbie gains power not through force, but through trust. She positions herself as a listener, a helper, a safe voice, and then slowly takes control. This reflects a terrifying reality. The most dangerous people don't look dangerous at all. Part 7. Themes of the story. Let's break down the key themes. Trust and authority. We're taught to trust experts, advice columnists, professionals, voices of authority. This story asks, what if that trust is misplaced? Identity and deception. Debbie's public persona hides a disturbing private reality. The story shows how easily masks can fool us. Control through kindness. Manipulation doesn't always come through cruelty. Sometimes it comes through empathy. Voyeurism and obsession. Debbie's need to insert herself into someone else's life crosses the line from interest to obsession. Part 8. Why the story works so well. Despite being short, Dear Debbie is incredibly effective because it's tight and focused. The twist is believable. The horror is psychological, not graphic. It plays on everyday fears, privacy, trust, vulnerability. This is the kind of story that makes you rethink who you open up to. Final thoughts. Dear Debbie is a reminder that advice is never neutral. It always comes from someone with their own motives, biases, and secrets. Frida McFadden delivers a sharp, unsettling story that lingers long after it ends. If you enjoy short psychological thrillers with a powerful twist, this one is absolutely worth your time. Outro. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me, would you ever trust an anonymous advice columnist? Until next time, keep reading and trust carefully.